for this coffee all morning.
We were officially
Thank you.
recording.
Thank you.
Exciting.
Yeah. And he's running on the cross country team. I mean, who could imagine that I could produce? I'm going to share it and say he is actually related to me.
My Would you like to start the meeting as we are recording?
My friend's son just graduated from Colgate, and he ran on the cross country team too.
The mayor loves it. Whenever I talk about Colgate, the mayor just loses his mind. So let's just keep talking about Colgate.
There's just kind of a fog that goes over Colgate's mentioned. Is it, what are they, the Raiders?
The Raiders.
The Raiders,
they,
okay.
They went through an evolution.
Okay.
Well, good morning, everybody. Let's call this meeting to order. The February meeting of the Binghamton Local Development Corporation. You should have in front of you the minutes from December 19th. Please take a look, and I'll take a motion whenever anybody's ready.
Motion.
Thank you, Susan.
I'll second.
Thank you, Frank.
Yes. Yeah.
Any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Thank you all for that. Rachel, the floor is yours, please.
So we've got two treasurer's reports to go through, and we will start on page 4 of the December report. For the restricted account, at the end of December, the end of month balance in restricted was $512,139.27. On the next page, the receivables, no issues. Looks like Law may have paid a little bit late after the end of the month, but they just catch up in the following month. Major going on in the UDAG account at the end of December, the end of month balance in UDAG was $384,192.45. Nothing major going on in receivables. And then
Salisbury has been paying.
Salisbury has been paying. He's the wrong color, but he has been paying. I don't know. In the unrestricted account, nothing major, just the interest income coming in from the night class. No activity in the mayor's veterans initiatives except for the MedCat grant. That was the $9,000 that came in through security neutral that we have annually for that grant. And there was no activity in December and no activity in the grant account. So at the end of December, the delinquency percentage for all loans not designated as non-performing was 0.23. So on page 4 of the January report for the restricted account, the end of month balance was $516,221.15. No special in the receivables. In the UDAG account on page 6 of that report, the end of month balance was $374,760.85. Like kind of garden variety expenses and income. And then on the receivables page, everyone is paying right along. Who has been paying. In the unrestricted account, that's the interest income. We had a sponsorship come in for the business plan competition, which was great. And then
End of the year.
that is really clear. That account. No activity in the veterans account, no activity in Triad, no activity in the grant account. So at the end of January, the delinquency percentage for all loans not designated as non-performing is 0.23.
Any questions for Rachel? Any comments? Okay. Thank you, Rachel, as always. We have no old business. For the board today, we have a resolution, we have a couple resolutions for new business. Resolution 25-8. Resolution of the Binghamton Local Development Corporation authorizing the president of the BLDC to execute a grant disbursement agreement with the Dormitory Authority of the State of New York for $5 million to support the revitalization of 1113 Court Street in the City of Binghamton, New York. That's my residence, by the way. That's more particularly described as Broome County Tax Map parcel numbers 160.40-2-5 and 160.40-2-4. This is a long time coming.
Yes, this is really just papering the file on the grant from the state of New York. Just took us a while to work through all the paperwork to actually codify the $5 million. Now that we have this, we have all of the rules and regulations that will govern those dollars. We'll reach out to Boscov's. The last 2 months, they should have been working on developing the bid package to align with procurement. We had a general idea of what this grant would require. This is the formal entering into the contract that will enable us to move forward with actually getting construction started at Boscov's.
Great. Great, congratulations.
Yes.
It's a big deal. Some of us were wondering if we'd ever see that money, right? So it's great. It's great.
Down a little bit, but we got through it.
We have a motion. Motion. Is that your first motion, Eric? No. Thank you.
I think we had a ceremonial first motion at the last meeting.
We have a second.
First day, I guess.
I'll second that.
Thank you, Mayor. Any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all very much. That's great. Second resolution this morning is resolution 25-9, resolution of the Binghamton Local Development Corporation authorizing changes to the mini micro enterprise loan program.
So at the Strategic Priorities Committee meeting last week, we had a long conversation about the ways in which we are able to support businesses monetarily. We've been working with a business that has been making good progress, communicating with us very effectively, providing us with all of their financial and working through quite literally every program that New York State and Broome County and banks have to offer without success. At the end of the day, all of these programs and banks require the same underwriting criteria for all of their loans. And so even with these more flexible programs, this business was just not able to access the capital they needed. And they had a pretty defined gap in financing. So $5,000 does not actually cover their gap. And we're continuing to work with them on finding other ways to support their business. But through this conversation, it became clear that $5,000 is very rarely going to be the amount of money that's going to make a difference for someone in these micro. The advantage of these is that we can move much faster. We still do, as a matter of practice, go to the loan committee and talk with the executive board about any loans that we make like this. These are not just made unilaterally by myself and the president, even though technically the program allows for that. But this just increased that up to 10,000. That flexibility just enables us to be more flexible with how we're supporting businesses. This is not something we anticipate making use of often and not decisions that we make lightly, given that they would not have full board approval. But this will just enable us to support those businesses that are coming to us with an acute need in a more substantial way.
Thank you, Sarah. Any questions?
I think it's wonderful.
Sorry.
I'll make a motion to approve 25-9.
Second?
Second.
My gosh, 2 in a row. Great. Thank you, Eric. All in favor?
Aye.
Great. Before we get to the mayor's remarks, I'm not sure what the mayor's going to say this morning. I do want to congratulate the mayor and the team on something that's going to be announced at 10:30 that I can't talk about.
But that you're all invited to.
That you're all invited to. How's that? Is that okay? I mean, is that fair?
That is that,
did I violate any confidentiality or
I don't
any
think
embargoes or anything like that? No?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Tariffs?
Okay. Any tariffs?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't. It's still early today. But, no, I'll keep. Basically, I'll keep my remarks very, very limited. Councilman Kavanaugh, hello. Everyone's invited to the 10:30 announcement with the state officials on a long time coming project that will, I think, redefine our city in a lot of different ways. It's a testament to saying you're going to do something and following through and doing it, which is really important to me. And it's also a showcase of not letting brick walls get in the way of a good thing. And so the BLDC, members of city staff, my office, we kept trying and we kept at it. We kept clawing and scratching and knowing that we had a great argument for why Clinton Street was important and why the future of
Are you serious?
why the future of Clinton Street revitalization is so key to our city. And I'm really glad that we're here today, and I'm really excited to celebrate with everyone in about an hour and a half.
I think we should have a round of applause.
Yeah.
Great. That's all I got. That's all I got. We'll save the good stuff for later.
So do you think I stole your thunder or
No?
Okay.
No. Okay. Plenty of thunder to go around. Sarah, pours your.
I'll start off with just some logistics. We are going to be moving the start time of BLDC meetings to 9:15. We're no longer authorized to issue badges for board and commission. Given that this meeting starts at 9, that means that members of this board are not allowed to pass through security until 9 o'clock. Given that, we will be moving the meetings back just to allow time for that to happen. This is at the request of members of City Council, so we're honoring that request and moving forward with this policy.
Do we know why they made the request?
I would have to defer to City Council.
To who?
I would have to defer to City Council. I don't have the background on that.
Essentially, basically, it's that not all boards and commissions have the same meeting times. Some meet during the day, some meet after hours. And basically, there was not equity in who gets passes and who doesn't, or what boards have access and who doesn't. And basically, we have to, in order to be consistent across the board, we have to kind of strip all boards and commissions of the badge access and just have everyone go through security. It was not my initiative, but it's the only way we can kind of make things work.
So you will see that we'll adjust the meeting invites. We'll work with IT to get everything properly noticed on the website for a 9:15 start. But hopefully that gives you 15 more minutes to sleep this morning.
Down
Other than that, I mean, most of this week has been really focused on the announcement for today, and we're excited to be with you all. We had a great conversation with Strategic Priorities Committee last week on a number of initiatives that we'll be looking to get support from this board on, specifically as it comes to downtown beautification. We were very happy that last year the board supported the installation of the snowflake lights in downtown. I'm sure you guys heard a lot of great feedback on them. We had really great feedback on them. So looking at what investments we can make this year to supplement that, whether it's through additional holiday lighting, which was the original plan, as well as some other lighting opportunities that have come up in downtown. So we'll be kind of working through that. I do have numbers for you guys now that I did not have last week. So we'll continue those conversations. They're not super time sensitive. I mean, Christmas will come fast, but I think we have a few more months before we have to make that particular purchase. And I want to cede most of my time to Joel because he's going to talk about the business plan competition. And as we all know, Joel has a wealth of information on the business plan competition. So I'll pass it over to you.
Cease out.
Two different flyers there.
Two different flyers. Mayor Cram's office is planning our press conference to launch the 2025 EAP BLDC business plan competition next Thursday at 10:30 at the Kaufman Incubator, 3rd floor, and they're all invited. This is the 15th year of the business plan competition. The event's grateful to the continuous financial support of the Binghamton Local Development Corporation that's since 2009. The competition is one of the most visible events undertaken by the BLDC, brings focus to the community's needs to rejuvenate its economic base and its core by incentivizing people to start new businesses. It's, fundamentally how we fulfill our purposes of creating low to moderate job opportunities, how we draw attention to our city's small business community, how we encourage innovation, how we draw attention to community resources that help start and nurture new businesses like the Small Business Development Center at the Kaufman Incubator, SUNY Broome's our partner, SUNY Broome's EAP program, the Kaufman Southern Tier Incubator, Greater Binghamton Chamber of Commerce. Mayor Cram is going to lead off remarks and MC the event. We've invited Peter Newman from M&T Bank, Tony Hawkins from SUNY Broome, our esteemed president, the BLDC, and vice president of the Greater Binghamton Chamber of Commerce, Eric Crone, director of business incubation program at the Kaufman Incubator, Leighton Blackwood as well, who is a winner from last year's business plan competition. The annual competition is presented by M&T Bank, organized by the BLDC. It's the longest running competition in the Binghamton area. Of course, you know, it encourages local business development. Thanks are due this year to the Kauffman Incubator's new financial support. The competition prize payout, you'll notice, has been increased to $10,000. This joins M&T Bank, the BLDC, the Binghamton Oneonta Building Trades Council, and Saul Stearns. And we'll award $7,000 for first place, $2,000 for second place, $1,000 for third place, with gift certificates for the remaining finalists. The first place winner takes home in addition so a services package easily valued at close to $10,000. 5 hours of accounting services from Davidson Fox, legal counsel from Coughlin and Gerhardt, a year's membership in the Greater Binghamton Chamber, sign creation services from 3i Graphics, $500 in website services from Freshy Sites, former business plan competition winner, $500 in branding services, courtesy of Idea Craft, another business plan competition winner, 3 months co-working membership at the Kauffman Incubator, courtesy of Binghamton University, your membership in the Triple Cities Makerspace. Again, if you are available, we would love to have you. We'll be joined by some of our past winners. I should also mention we're intending in May 27th will be when we do the awards for the competition. We're intending to celebrate the 15 years of this competition and an attempt to invite back all the winners of the competition to acknowledge them and their businesses, many of which have continued or, you know, maybe have diverged and become morphed into other organizations. So some things to mark your calendar for. Thank you, sir.
And I really just want to underscore the support from the Kauffman, enabling us to get to $10,000 for this 15th competition. It's really exciting. We have a lot to celebrate. We're going to go back through those 15 years and try to quantify the impact that this particular competition has had just in direct allocations. I think it'll be a taller order for us to quantify the larger impact in the community with job creation. I mean, CLAW alone really would bump us out of the stratosphere on that, but we'll try to quantify our direct investment, celebrate with everybody, and really talk about the value of this competition in our community. As always, really thank Joel for all of his work on this. It is not an insignificant undertaking, and it goes off without a hitch every year, and that really is a testament to Joel's work.
Thanks, Joel.
Yeah. I just want to mention also, we have the business development workshops. That's a component of this as well. It's an online presentation with topics that cover business financing, marketing, entrepreneurship, legal aspects, and pitching your business, a roundtable of prior winners of the competition. This week have experts from the community. Merlin Joseph is the VP branch manager with KeyBank. He'll be speaking. Cheryl Fabrizi, a marketing instructor. Evelina Zajac Holdridge, the owner of IdeaCraft, talks about entrepreneur mindset, and a representative from Coughlin and Gerhardt. Our roundtable includes Jacob Kumpan from Claw Industries, Laura Whitmore, the 22 winner, and Ryan Christ from Civic Alert Systems, who was last year's winner. So again, this is just a workshop to help people who are thinking about putting a business together, just to give them kind of a primer on what's involved with it. Thank you.
Few more things while I'm throwing out compliments. I really want to highlight Rachel's work over the last few months, specifically working with that business that we were talking about to try to find them financing. She's really been boots on the ground, super hands-on with a number of businesses that have been having challenges lately and trying to find them different revenue and working through problems with them. We are down a staff member looking to interview early next week and hopefully make a hire in the very short term, which will be great. But in the meantime, Rachel and I have really been working above and beyond to make sure that everything we're doing is still high quality and performing well. And just finally really want to thank this board. If you guys recall, back in 2022, it was the BLDC that supported the development of the Clinton Street Neighborhood Business District Plan. That was the foundation for everything we're going to talk about at 10:30. Could not have happened without this board, and we really appreciate your support on this effort over the years, especially some of you who have dealt with my feelings about how the last 2 years have gone. Very excited to celebrate with you all today.
Thanks for the persistence.
I'll also give the mayor a shout out for forcing me to apply this year.
Third time's a charm.
Hey,
Right?
that's right.
Anybody have anything else for the board this morning? All right, motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Thank you, Frank.
Second.
Thank you, Mayor. We're all set. Thanks.
All right.
Favor, eyes are
Aye.
Stop recording.
Robert,
Yeah.
I was working on
Okay.
stuff last night. I didn't watch the meeting.
I don't know
Everything
how
passed.
many enough there, so they go into like the